the website. Okay, but either ways, it's not really that necessary because we are still going to look through. So let me just log in and let's work on another website. Okay. So I'm trying to, when we started this class the first time, I was looking at some other platforms that are almost like busy. So I don't know, but I'm still trying to look at the ones that have free features like busy. So in case we want to like try something new, because of course there's nothing bad with trying to use different platforms, just test run different platforms. Because for me, I'm this kind of person that I get tired of any website or any products that I built for myself. I get tired of it. And then I'll, you know, try try another site. Then to just run and so I'm trying to do. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm trying to like look through the ones that can be like totally or almost free, like VZ and very, very quick and easy to use. But I will make sure we finish up with our class entirely first before I go through that. Okay, yeah, for the certification that I sent, that's the Coursera, we need to apply for, supposed to show us how to apply for the financial aid. And I think someone said she has been taking, I don't know if she's in a class now, so we would treat that, but we won't take much time on VZ because we've done a few things on it already, so it's very, very easy to use. So the only part that I know I haven't touched is we're trying to create menus. So that is what I would just put us through. And after that, we will go back to the certification. Okay, so remember this was the last one. This was the one we used the last time. So after this class, the next class, I will just build a new one from scratch, and then we would check out some other platforms, other opportunities that we could try out. Okay, so I want to create a new site, but I'm going to use their templates this time around. So they have different kinds of templates that we can use. Don't mind the color, the white color. You can always change it. They have a default functionality that can easily let you change from white to black. And if you look at the way the site is built, it's quite limited. And there's some kind of features that you might want to incorporate and you don't have it. But let's finish with this full session, then we can consider some other platforms. Okay. I don't know which one to pick. Honestly, I don't know. The funny thing is they look alike. Like they almost look similar. The only thing is just few adjustment. Okay, this one is venture. Okay, I can preview. I think previewing is much better. I'll just preview. I think I'm going to like this. I like this. This will save me a lot of stress. Like a whole lot. It's very straightforward. Do they have pages? Yeah, they have pages. Great. I think we could use this. Where is it? Venture capital. I was looking for something like portfolio instead of, let me check this out. Studio is okay. I was looking for something like that is this is okay too. Wow, this is nice. It's not bad, but I think I'll go for the venture capital. So I want to build site for a product manager. Let me say, John the PM. Okay, so this is going to be very, very, very interesting, quick. It doesn't actually fit into what we're doing. This site is a venture capitalist website, like the template itself. So we just want to like restructure it into our own templates. So I'm not satisfied with this, their fonts. So I think I'll change the fonts here in the design section. Okay, let me start with this part first. How about if I go for this? I want something light, not something very heavy. I think let's look at this minimal. How about dreams? You can see that, look at the numbers of font type they have. You can see it's also limited. But the only reason why I enjoy Visi is the fact that if it's just quick and simple. Except if you're looking for something much more advanced. I think I like this. This is just font. It's definitely just, it's one of my favorite fonts. Okay, so I'm using this Vivid. Let me go back to my design. Okay, so I'll just add few changes. I don't need an email. If I need it, then I can just put it. So I'll come to the style section. Then let me just remove that part. Okay, what else do I need? And the first one I did add image, and it was almost like the structure of this format. So let's change it to something else. But it's always necessary to have the images in it. It's always very, very, very important. And if you kind of have, okay, let me do something. I think I'll remove the image, then centralize this. I want to try something new. Just get funding. I don't need a button there likewise. So I won't put an image here. I'll put the image in an about section. Okay, so let me just do something. John the PM. Are we here? Why do we have some very little people today? Where did everyone go to? Today's Wednesday. Okay, next thing, my class is recorded. Okay, let me see. My products. Okay, I want to try something else. Okay. I just want to try like something new, a medical practitioner. Let me try. What is this next one? Okay, I think it's better now. Okay. So I just want to I want to build a portfolio of someone who is in another sector that recently entered tech. Okay. So let's say um, a medical practitioner who has recently, or let me say, who recently shifted their career path into the field of product management. Okay, so let's see what else can we do here. Let's use medium. Great, this medium is okay. Medium is okay. So now, the reason why I had to put this one thing that most people usually experience when it comes to like coming out there that I'm a new person in this field and I don't know this, I don't know. Is it one? There's one thing about skills in tech. Skills in tech, like it's always a miracle for people to move from one career path to another career path. And you see, when you do that, it's always so amazing in the sense that whoever wants to hire you, or maybe they see your portfolio, or maybe they just come across your website like this one where we have, and they saw this kind of a thing. A medical practitioner who recently shifted their career path into, and then to now make it very interesting, I'll just go back to the style section. Initially, I didn't want a button, but now I want to consider adding a button. So I just need one button. Okay. I'll just say, read my story. Now, as funny as this is, people, why is it showing button 2 and not this one? You see, when people see this kind of tagline, this kind of content, it attracts them. It'd be like they believe as a medical practitioner, you're a professional in your field. You're doing fine. There's a reason why you spent that numbers of years in the medical school. There's a reason why you spend those moments trying to get imagine a legal practitioner, a lawyer who actually moved into tech. No, just think about it. And then when you put this read my story, don't forget that you're actually showcasing the portfolio that this is what you're good at. But at this point in time, you're literally telling them, I'm new in this field. Now, you see, when they click on read my story, you easily take them to the about section. You see that about section, what you just need to put there is you talk about how your career path has been in your former skill set, your former career path, how it has really been, then how you miraculously moved into tech. And when you moved into tech, you now start outlining the skills that you've acquired, and you just make it known to them that you are actually looking for a position in this particular career. You see, truth is, you'll be surprised. You definitely receive emails of offers. People will come and be like, I like your story. And they would be looking forward. It works. Like, honestly, it works. There is no point in, even if you moved into tech yesterday and because it's wow, okay, I've seen the reason why this thing didn't work. The button 1, button 2, I activated button 2. So they would want to hear your story. They want to know how you moved into tech with, from medical, and then you jump into tech, learning the likes of Jira, learning Lucid Charts, learning product management. It's entirely different. Your former field, you're dealing with humans, patients, you're taking care of people. Now you have to look into product. It's completely different. So they are not, people would not, you see, these recruiters would not get scared of, would you be able to handle the business? No, they are amazed to see things like this. And trust me, it works, really works. Okay, so I didn't really need image. I'm just going to make the site simple. I'll just use these images to represent the portfolios and all. Then I don't think we need questions. We don't need this part. If all these emails, if you have newsletters you want to show people, there is no big deal in that part. I think this is fine. And if you don't have a portfolio, you don't even need to stress yourself. Okay, let's just assume we don't have a portfolio. With this top section alone, we are good. What we just have to now do is I'm going to create section. Let me see. Can I use card? Let's see if I can use card. Okay, I just need I need about, I don't know, do they have gallery? They don't. Okay, let me use, this is one of the reasons why one could always check out some other sections. I'm wondering if I should use two. Okay, I think I can use two. Okay, so I just want to randomly pick some pictures. Okay. I don't need a text. I don't need this. Layout. I'm trying to see if I could actually move. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm trying to remove. I'm trying to remove the background. So I would explain what I'm trying to do. Then let's go to this. I don't need any of all this information. Don't forget, this particular person is yet to have a portfolio. It's just, okay, so let's say, is it the same person? It's not the same person. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, so what I did here now is it's still a new portfolio, very fresh, very new, nothing really, no big deal. You see these two pictures now, they will represent John the PM's picture. So this is John. This is also him here. I don't know why he's looking different, but this is also him. So it has to be a professional picture. So just put it there. We don't have a portfolio, we don't have anything, but we recently just moved into this. So now the next part we would now want to share is certifications and skill set. We don't even need to go deep into that. Then we just pick this. Skills and certification. And I could just put, let me say, my transition, like spiritual transition. So right here inside this section, that is when I can now start, putting out little work experience, but it's not going to look like an actual work experience where you have to indicate job one, job two, because it will be too long. So what you just do is you're going to like do a summary of basically everything that you've been doing from the very day you've moved into tech down to the present, where you have presently the certifications you've acquired. So how you want to structure this part is dependent on you, but it doesn't have to be too long. It doesn't have to be too complex. It has to be very, very simple and straightforward. The reason is because you still have an about section where you would want people to come and read your story. So, and sometimes for me, I could only have even this section, just this one, and then that's it. And because the fact that websites can always be updated, so let me try and see if I can draft something here. Okay. Okay, after developing, I just want to try something interesting. Let's say in the field of tech, I spent hours on the laptop trying to study field terminologies, skills, and positions in tech. Most especially the parts that I would fit into. And let's just say 20K, December 2022. Joined, okay, let me just, okay, let me just leave it this way. So what I would do here is, I could just try and do, I'm just trying to like create another concept, digital consulting, and I could just do products, management. I don't want to write too much, right? Because I still have a storytelling to do in my about page. So I can put in any details here and then talk about the skills, talk about, few other things. Let me see, do I have anything that fits into this? No. So I can talk about the skills, talk about certifications, awards, anything that falls into the category of being a product manager. So after that, if you feel you want to add any other thing on the home page, you can as well, of course, go ahead. And if you're not, we need to remove this other part. Venture close is $50 million. Oh God. We don't need this other part. I think I should be able to remove it now. Announcement. Yeah, this is it. So this button too, I think, yeah, we would need it. I could use it for.
Oh.
I could use it for.
Oh.
I could use it for say like a CV. It's always okay for a CV. Then attach the link there. So the next part now is our page. And we're on a free plan, so we can only create 3 maximum page. So instead of about, I want to call it my story. I'm going to change this to story. So, and then do I need, I don't need this. Let me delete this, but I would show us how to create menu, because it's always it's a little bit very, very, very confusing. I think you come to the settings, then I think sites. Yeah. Then the title is where you make all the changes. So I would go back to, let me go back to this part. This is the portfolio section. Then I'll come to settings. Can you see? This is link, this is title. So if you are going to create a new page, this was the page I created then. Let me delete. Oh, sorry, the page that was there before. So I want to create a new page. Let's just go back to the home page first. This is how it looks like if you are editing. This is how it looks like if you're editing. Now you want to create a new page. This is a new page has automatically been created. Once you click here, you can't make any edit or any adjustments right here. So by the time you now come here, you can now start editing your pages however you want, but your page would not display, even though it's actually showing here. And see that it doesn't, there's no way you could actually rename it or anything. So you have to come, while clicking on this page, you have to come to the settings to give it a name and then give it a link. So let's say contact. Just to contact, I'm going to add a / behind it. So this is our main site, and this is the pages. So it has automatically changed. So we have our portfolio, we have our, so I need to change the portfolio back to my story. So I'm clicking on portfolio, come to settings, then I'll just change it to my story. Now for the link, I'm going to do it this way, my story. So because if you're adding text to your link and you know that your title already have a space, like the one I have here, you have to add an hyphen. If you can't add an hyphen, you don't use an hyphen, you can use an underscore. Because there, when you're looking at a link of any website or any platform, it doesn't have a space. There would always be a connector that will connect those two words together. In programming language, we don't have spaces in codes. We make sure we join character sets, symbols to mix it. If you look at your Instagram, if you are creating an Instagram username, you'd have to use underscore. You can't actually create a username without adding those little symbols. So those little symbols save you the stress of having to go through, that spacing trouble. So I'm going to save this. So let me go back to page. We're on the story section. So I want to add another page. So I'll click on page. Oh, I can't add more than 3. Okay, fine. Let's delete another one. Let's delete this one and then recreate it again for the sake of those of us that are not getting it. Now I'm on the home page. This was where I did few of the editing and the adjustment that I wanted to do. Now I want to create a new page. So you look at this arrow here, you move back here to show so that to show you all the pages that you want to see first. After that, click on new page. Once you click on new page, it has automatically created the page for you. Then while still clicking on this page 3, you come right into the settings and then give your page 3 a name. And then while creating the link, you have to add a / because it's a link. And this, then you save it. So if you want to rename your site name as well, you come to the settings. This is site section. So this is my own username. And you see this .vz.io is the name of, that is the extension that you're using. So the only one that we could change is this particular one here. So I want to do John. I don't want it to be too long. Okay, I can't do this. Let me see. Is this available? Oh, good. John, let me see if I can use catalog. I can't use catalog. Okay, I think I'll manage this. It looks like Joe NPM. Not bad. Then I would save it. So I've automatically created something for myself. So at this point, I have, oh, I can't do that. I've been able to create the pages that I want to create. So after that, let's publish our sites. Okay, so I'm going to copy it and then paste it in. Oh, it's actually copied. Something is wrong here. I have /. This is the actual site. And see, this was the site that I just created. And then look at the menu. I only have the story. The contact is not included. So I need to confirm this is accurate. So I'm going to come back to the page here, this contact, then add to menu. You can see here that's been added. So I just click on this 3-dotted section and then add it to menu. Okay, let me go back here. So let's publish it again. Yeah, now it's fine. So my website is fully live. So you can see this is, this is a link and it's not connected yet. So we need to connect that. So look at the contact. This is the contact link / contact. So that is what we are going to do for this read my story. This is the link section here. I'll just do / contact. So the next time I will be publishing it, it would just go live. And since you're operating online, everything that you do saves automatically, completely. Okay, so my story. We don't make bets, we made commitments. No, we're not betting here. Story. So I want to add a subtitle, I'll add a subtitle. Then I would use this text section. So right in this section, I can add anything I want to add into this. Let's see if I could actually remove this part. So this is where I'll have to like prepare a story on how I actually, moved from being a medical doctor. So that was the whole narrations that I was making. This is the best part where you could put it. No matter how long your story is, you're telling a story. You want people to, get emotional and enjoy. People would even get motivated by the story you tell them on how you actually moved from being from your previous career and then you move into tech and now you are a product manager. So having mentioned the story and I haven't talked about the story, you talk about the challenges that you encounter, and then you have to mention the why. Why did you move? Why did you decide to leave your formal career and then you move? Of course, the major reason why most of us would always switch careers is because of the japa, and then because of for financial stability, that is another thing. But for this kind of situation, we can't put we can't put stuff like that there. Now, why? Because between you and I, we know too well that the real truth is because of the japa, and then to increase our finances. But no matter how much you want to, no matter how much desperate one can be that you want to japa, or no matter how desperate you want to be about raising your finances, if you don't like the job, at some point you get tired of it and you want to try something else. Because truth is, tech isn't the only thing that would actually make you the money. So there is always something so unique about the fact that you have to choose product management. Why did you choose tech? Why did you actually move? You see, the why exactly is what those people are always familiar with. Don't think they don't read it. Of course they do. Because the way I've actually crafted this main page, you see, I didn't even put anything on the main site. I can even decide to remove this skills and certification and put it into the my story section. I think that would have even been better. I don't know if I can actually copy without stress and then just paste this whole thing there. So I'll just leave the main page to be just this one, and then my images. I can add 3 images, I can add 4 images, and then I'll just leave this other parts. That would be so amazing. So it won't stress them. Once they visit this page, they have nothing to do here other than this is the only button that's functioning there, except if they want to check your portfolio. So they would definitely click this to come and read your story. They want to hear just want to hear your voice. They want to see how amazing you really move there. And if your story is convincing enough, combined and attached with the skills that you've been able to acquire, oh please, trust me, you get higher chances. You get higher chances. Even on your LinkedIn about section, it's always great if you put in something of this nature in it. People are always ready to stay motivated, to feel like they will bring it in, because like I was saying in tech in the last class, it's just all about what you could actually do. That's what gets most people the job. It's about what you can do. So if they can see what you can do, they are always ready and willing to. I like the fonts that I use for this site. This site is so great. Okay, so telling story can always be very, 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 very stressful. And truth is, I've been trying to avoid, like, I'm trying to refrain myself from using this app. The app is great. It's great. If you usually check my WhatsApp status, you can see 2 days ago, I posted that I needed a ghostwriter and I don't want someone that would. So I'm already trying to refrain myself from ChatGPT. It's great though. I'm not saying it's not fine, but it has been preventing me from actually writing. I love to write. I love to talk. So now, if I need any little thing, I just come here and then I start drafting and drafting. It's so sad. I don't, as a, I think I'm not a writer. And if I'm not a writer, I'll have to like end up paying people to do the job. And now ChatGPT is here, I would be happy. I'll be so happy. But now I write on Medium like once in a week. Now I haven't been writing for a while now because if I want to write on Medium, I'll just get stuck. Then I'll come here and once this guy is providing me the whole content, even though I was the one who prepared it, it's automatically my content because I literally told the AI to do something for me and it's doing it. So it's just like the AI is speaking for me. It's speaking on my behalf based on the requirement, based on the criteria, and based on the information that I give the AI. But it has been affecting my writing ability. As in, my writing ability has disappeared. I can hardly write, but today I'm going to use it. Okay, so I want to like draft a story. Okay, so let me just do something for the sake of people who can, you can't put up few things because your story has to be so compelling, like really compelling. You're not writing the story to entice people to visit the website. We don't need a website visit. You're writing the story to convince people, to convince them that even though I'm new in this field and I don't even have a portfolio yet, I don't mind. They can even be like, okay, fine. Would you come and take internship if it's a non-Nigerian company? Oh, please just go for it. You're definitely going to get a job eventually. Okay, so let's draft something. Okay. A new I'm new. Do you know what to write? Okay. I'm new in tech. Started with products management. I'm just going to draft something from my head. So product management, and I will like to tell my story. Okay. I'm looking at. Okay, let's do it this way. Can you help me, draft a compelling story on how I transition from being a medical doctor to a product manager. Now, if I put it this way, it will just prepare something based on its own findings. And if I proceed with this, it will give me responses. But I haven't actually given the AI my story. My story may just be very short and precise, but I have to actually give it full information. That is when I'll now start mentioning, okay, I've been in the medical, say, I've been in the, let's say, I've been in the health sector for over 15 years. I've never been in the health sector. In fact, I don't know chemistry, I don't know biology, I only know computer. I've been in the health sector for over 15 years, started in the year 2006 when I completed my studies at the University of what by of Lagos. Yeah. What else do I give it? I worked at the Lagos State. I don't know if Lagos State has teaching hospital. I think they do, but I don't know their names. For 3 years and was later transfer to join the team in, was it Sierra Leone or this country where we had so many doctors that went to, is it Sierra Leone? I think, let me just put Sierra Leone, or maybe Liberia. Sierra Leone. To help during the Ebola crisis. After, after 6 months in Sierra Leone, so I don't know. I'm just trying to like come up with something. Are we following? Are we here? Let me know. Let me know if we are here, please. After 6 months. For 6 months in
Yeah.
Sierra Leone. Okay. After 6 months in Sierra Leone, I don't know what else to say. Okay. I moved to Cameroon, worked at main hospital to support a World Health Organization paid. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Last year, this is where I have to like start talking about the tech thing. I don't know what else to say again. Okay. Last year, I was beginning to consider switching into another area. Then I was invited to a tech conference, which was so. I think I'm going to stop here because of our time. I'm going to stop here. I'm just coming. I'm not a doctor, so I'm just coming up with something. Let's see what ChatGPT is going to give me. So this, you can see that whatever ChatGPT is going to provide right here, it's your story. It's your story. It's your story. And you can literally tell it what this machine is doing is telling a story, it's telling a wrong story. That's not what I said. Like, once upon a time, from healing lives to building products. I like that. A doctor's journey to build. But then once upon a time, I don't like it to be this way. I want it to be, this is my story. Make it look like writing someone else draft it for me. Okay. Thank you. Now I can change the name. My name is not Dr. Adobe. I like that though. For 3 years, I devoted myself to the noble cause of healing treating. And look at that. After 6 intense months, my mission in Sierra Leone came to an end. You can see, look at the short information I gave this to, and look at what it's actually provided. Last year, as I contemplated a career shift and innovation, I inspired by the conference and the people I met, I recognized that my diverse, motivated by this realization, I decided to transition into. This is a great story. This is a great story. But of course, if you are going to prepare yours, it has to fall into your story. I'm just using the whole doctor thing as an example. So you see this title part. I love this title. So I want to use it as the description somewhere here. My transition from healing lives to building products. I love this. This is perfect. So you could easily utilize the AI tool to give you an excellent story based on your request, based on what you want, based on the kind of the kind of information you're trying to share. So after that, we can now start talking about certifications. So you can use any of this to, I think this list will do it. You can try any one of these two. So you can now start talking about your certifications, your skill sets, and the best way to actually let me look at the summary. As I look ahead, I'm excited about the possibilities that lie before me. I'm confident that my unique journey and diverse background will enable me to create products that not only improve healthcare outcome, but also empower individuals and communities. This is actually great, but it's already creating, thank God I actually went through it. It's already creating limitation. If you look at this final paragraph here, my transition from healing lives to becoming represent a continuation of my lifelong commitment to making a difference in the world. This is fine, but the paragraph before that, saying something, this is it, will enable me to create products, not only improve healthcare outcome, but also empower individuals and communities to lead healthier life. Now, it's great, but you see that particular sentence, it has already created a limitation to simply put that this particular Dr. Adobe is not Dr. Adobe, it's John the PM. So Dr. John is only looking out for jobs as a PM in the health sector. What closed my windows? My laptop was active. In a few minutes. What happened? Sure again. So it has literally created that limitation. So we have to, put our information in a different way. Yeah, I think what I would just do is to save. Let me remove Adobe so it won't confuse those who are going to check the recording. They will not get confused and be like, what are we doing? So what I'm going to do now is, see this final paragraph, I'm going to remove it as I look ahead. I'm going to remove it. I'm taking it back to ChatGPT. Where was the previous chat that I opened? Taking it back to ChatGPT. Now, rephrase this final sentence below. I am looking for PM role in any available sector. Though the reason why ChatGPT would have created that content to fit into that category of health sector, because the best way is to actually, since for someone who is very proficient in the healthcare, that has been in the health sector for over 15 years, even if it's just 2 years, they are fully, they're fully experienced. They know how to, they know how that sector, they know everything that goes on in that sector. So of course, companies can actually still look at, the fact that you work in the health sector and you want to be a PM, we have a product that we want to sell into the health system. And since you work in that health sector, you could actually be able to, so it's like two different skills. They could even pay handsomely well, but we don't want to be limited into that part. So we don't want to be limited into that part. Let's see if it mentioned, we might, it doesn't matter. I think this is okay. I just don't want it to be limited to that health sector, so I can make use of this instead of letting it fall into that healthcare, so that jobs that will be coming, job offers that will be coming would not just be focusing on health only, because the person actually left that career path to start another life. Why still falling? But you would easily get a job. Like for someone who has been working in the bank, there is always a need to actually showcase, let people know that you've been working in the bank before you moved into tech as a PA, as a BA or a PM, because companies might, all these software companies, they actually build products for users, and users comes in different ways. So it depends on what the product is meant for. Like OPay now, let's say there is a startup company that wants to build applications like OPay and the likes, they would need a PM who is really experienced. And if they are able to find a PM that someone who's skilled in PM that actually has an experience in the backend sector, they would want to go for that person. Yeah, because that person fully he or she has a knowledge on how that particular sector works, which is a great thing to do. Okay, so the next part is to bring about our, why do I have, thank God I checked it, I have double slides here. So we need to look at our contacts section. I think I have to come and pick it here. So we are going into our contact section. There's nothing really serious about this. Just let me just do I am me. We don't need an image for this. So it's just something very straightforward. Then the form. You could draft your IME. Contact page is always built however you want. There is no limitation with contact page. You're trying to tell them to send you DM or any kind of information. It depends on however you want it. So it's not really that important. Okay, so I can publish my site. Yeah. Okay, let's check it out. In fact, I'm starting to like this particular website more than the previous one I did. So I was saying that after telling the story, you could bring about the skills and certification, all these sections here. You could easily put them into that story section. Oh, thank God I actually clicked on it. Page not found. Thank God I clicked on it. Because that thing usually happens. Add to menu. It has been added to menu. Thank God I checked it. There have always been issues regarding this, like all the time. So I'm gonna have to look at it. Set as home page, add from search result. No, set as home page. Let me go back to it again. Oh, I've seen it. If you look at the link I have here, it has already created a link for me by default. And it created it as story. And the link it was supposed to target is this one here. So let me just remove this and publish it. I'll check the contact as well. I think that contact should work. Contact should work. Okay, let's refresh. Still not working. Interesting. Let me go back to the main page and pick it again. Nice. Settings. It's correct. Let's go again. Set as on page password. Hide from search results. Oh, so they have custom code now. Pro. Okay. Custom code is fun. If they have custom code, then one does not really need. Let me check the contacts page. Is it working? Page not found. But literally, those pages are actually there. Okay, I think I know exactly what is going on there. Because they are all connected. And now I have more than usual. I have more than the usual menus that I'm supposed to have. Now I have I think this should be a server trouble. Now I'm going to publish it again, then check it. If it's still the same thing, now I have more than, let me check, and none of it is actually reachable. Okay, one is reachable, but it's not accessible. Okay, Let's delete. No, I can't delete it. There's something going on here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll come to settings and then clear my browser cache. Then reload this, because the last time I experienced something of this nature, it actually did put it in that manner. Not found, but literally the page is there. I think it's an issue from them. I'm gonna actually check it though, because this is the link. The link is fine, and this is the menu. The home page is fine. This is the menu, and these are the options here. Add to menu, set as a home page. And when you click on settings, this is the title, and this is the link. Let me try to add this to it.
Dr. John has hacked your system.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, I think it's a server issue from their end, because the pages are connected, like fully connected. Look at the link. So it's an issue from there. Let's go back to settings, because the normal way is to leave it this way. It will pick the site itself, and I'm not supposed to have all this list of menus that I have that are not actually working, and this is supposed to work, and it's not working, but the pages are actually there. So I won't waste much of our time on this. It's a server thing, so I'll just look at it later. Maybe they would solve it from their end. I can probably try to like send them an email, because there's nothing else here to try to fix it. If I delete it, I'm going to have to start over, and I've created so many things here. Okay, and I don't start it over. Okay, so I would look into this. It's a technical thing, and their front end site is limited. There's no pages or anything that I can try to click out here. Okay, so this is like I'll look into it later. So this is like a simple, quick page that one can create, and I think I've been able to motivate us on not ignoring the fact that we've been in a previous career path before, because it actually works. People know too well that. The funny thing is, when they want to look at your resume, they're actually going to look at resume in a normal standard. You see, those moments that you're not actually working, they would look at it, because they believe the moment you leave the institution, you have something you're doing. So if you look at on LinkedIn, there's a section on LinkedIn that it's called the career break. So that is what most people usually use to create that particular part, because you have to show that you are working every now and then. So there is nothing wrong in showing them that I've been in this field before, I've been in this sector before, and this is what I do. So nobody would query you for that. But that kind of concept cannot work on Upwork. Upwork, Upwork clients are looking for a quick job, someone who can actually do what they want, get everything ready as soon as possible. So they are not really, but for an actual job, for a role in tech, you are good to putting down all of these things, and your website can always be updated however you want. You can always update your website gradually. You can always update your website. Okay, so for the Coursera, I'm going to draft a content, like a kind of I'll just draft some information. I'll share the link to the information. All you just have to do is I'll show you. Okay, let me. My battery is low. I think I have to switch to another system. Yeah, I have to switch to another system. Can you give me a few minutes? Let me switch. thought I charged.
Recording in progress.
I thought I charged. So I didn't charge my laptop. No wonder. Okay, so I'll end this one. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I want to show us. I have some list of certifications on Coursera that I would like to share. And if you don't mind, I already shared the first one. So if you don't mind, I have some recorded, I think recorded courses that I acquired, some from friends, some from colleagues, some I just saw it on social media. So I have quite of these videos there on my drive and share them. But those kind of videos are just like the kind of videos that you would see on Udemy, the kind of video that you see on Coursera, the kind of video that you see on all these online course platforms. So, and majority of them they're not free, but I somehow have those videos like a complete courses in case you want to learn more, study more. So you can just send me a DM. But before you send me a DM, send me a DM around tomorrow because I'll have to look into my drive and trace them out. So maybe just put everything into one folder so I can easily share. But it's just like we bought the videos, like we bought the course, we enrolled for the course. So while taking the course, we're smart enough to like download every videos and put everything on the Google Drive. So those kind of video does not have certification. So it's just for learning purpose. But these particular ones, they have certification. So let's say, for example, this is the course that I shared with. I was supposed to, in fact, let me use the actual course that was shared. So I think I'm going to have to log in. But now I don't know if I have my password connected to this one. I'm gonna have to try. Oh, I think it's connected. Yeah, I found it. It's a project management.
Data analysis professional certificate. Yes, save it for me.
You said you want to do data analytics. Okay, I'm trying to trace my WhatsApp is not connected to this one. So I'm going to share us the Google project management. This particular it's a Google certified course, and it's look at the duration is 3 to 6 months. I don't want to show that to us yet. That was why I sent that quick one first. That one is just like, and this is another 1 to 4 weeks. I think it was derived from this one, and this one also 1 to 4 weeks was derived. This one is fully 6 months. So we would just start picking all these ones. So you get certified, Google certified as an agile person. So even though it's project management, it fits into the category of product management. So it's no issue. Let me trace out the one that I shared. Yeah, I think this Scrum is also part of it. So I'm trying to find out if they have a certification covered. So, and I don't want us to pick too many certifications from Coursera. So our portfolio would not be filled with Coursera courses only. We'll look out for some other certification. And also, I'm also taking these certifications as well because I think I only have 2 to 3 different certification in product management and project management. This is the power of having access to links. Project management specialization. It was University of Colorado. It actually this was it. Yeah. The image was confusing at first. Okay, this was the cost. And you can see here, try for free, enroll for 7 months. And let's even see. This is the financial aid that we're talking about. So the financial aid is like a scholarship thing. And it has a number of I think you can take you can apply for financial aid for maybe 3, 4, 5 times for free. So, and it is just a quick course. And the original price is just $100. So you could easily apply for financial aid to take the courses. Of course, you have to apply for one of the courses. And I've forgotten the number of what's it called? The attempt of financial aid that you could apply for. Okay, yeah, this is it here. 1 to 10 applications. So 10 applications. So what I would advise we do is we can go for foundation and initiation. Okay, the best thing is to actually apply for all 3. So 3 out of 10 is gone. We have 7 left. So we would spend the 7 accessing Google and Meta certification. So you pick anyone you want to go for, then you click next. So the course that you want to go for has been selected, then continue application. They're going to ask you some questions. So those questions I'm going to forward. Wait, was this my previous content? Yeah. Okay, now, so education, of course, you can pick your highest education. So when you get to this annual income, $1,000, yeah, $1,000 annually is okay. So you're literally telling them that, let me see, $1,000 times, how much is dollar now, Seth? I think it's over 750 or so. That's like 750,000 naira annually divided by 12. So you're literally telling them that you're earning between 50 to 60K. What do you call it, sir?
795.
795. Thank you, sir. So for $1,000, so that is 795,000 divided by 12. That's 66,000, around 66,000 to 66,500. So the reason why you have to put this is, they study all those things through. Even though whether they will still give you the financial aid, it doesn't matter. They'll give it to you, but it's always better to not. So far, you're not interested in paying for the costs, then there is no need to show off that you're earning over $60,000 a year. So because when you say it, they probably would not give you. So if you're earning up to that, then you should be able to pay. So you're literally applying just for them to, give us a free access to the platform. So the annual income has to be low, but don't make it too low, obvious, except if you are selecting a a student or high school, some college, others. So any one of all those things, you can always add them. So this reason for applying, I'm going to draft a content like this. This was me when I was still writing. This is a no ChatGPT, no AI content developed by this practice, but now I can't write anything. Okay. So I would send something of this nature. I'll send for this part. There is another section again where you would be, how will your selected course help your goal? Now, how much can you pay? We are going to say 0 without money, except if you are willing to pay $5 for it. I don't mind. If you wish you want to pay, you can pay. And if you feel like adding $1, it doesn't matter. They'll give you what you want. So this part, I would also send the information that you can put. So what we're going to do now is, if I'm sending, I'll try to send 3 different, like for the previous part, I'll send like 3 different contents. So you can use any of the 3. For this as well, I can send another 3. So the reason is so that our content will not be the same. But what I would advise us is when I share that content, you could just read through and then, come up with your own words so that it won't be similar. Because this particular section most times is always approved by AI. They don't really have someone at the back end that is actually approving these things. And sometimes they do, but from my findings, I think not all the time. So sometimes they give an AI to do it. And if someone is actually doing it, it would even be okay. But if an AI is doing it, an AI will be programmed to, to target some informations, just like this Turnitin for checking for plagiarism. So AI would probably reject it. So when I share those information, just try to, I'll give like an heads up. I'll just briefly explain the kind of questions, like how will your selected course help your goal? Of course, this is like the first part that is very convincing is that very first section. That why do you want to apply? Of course, you want to apply because you don't have money. I'm not ready to pay them usually. Then that will be all. So once you fill this, then that will be all to review. I think it takes 3 weeks before they approve it. So what you do is immediately after 3 weeks, there are times that they may not send you an email that it has been approved. But after 3 weeks, you can just access the course. They would have approved your courses. They would have approved your courses. So that will make it very, very, very easy. I'm also going to share us this agile. I think this would be the second one. I haven't actually started. So I just enrolled and I left it there. So there's so many courses. And this is my target courses, but this one you can apply for financial aid. You have to actually pay for it. And I think it's over $14,000. But I don't want to pay $14,000 and study online. I cannot pay out up to that amount of money. And then I will not be studying online. No. It's a good deal. So it's an actual degree. It's an actual degree. And it's an amazing one at that. But look at it. Oh, this one is even more expensive. Wow. This one is not for the week. The one I saw there was still a little bit lesser than this. But this is an interesting course. Why would Paris be expensive? France. Why would France be expensive? Is there a problem? So I would send that information so we can walk through everything. So after 3 weeks, we apply. So once we apply, the moment we are done with the course, let me know. So the reason why I'm introducing all these courses and all these activities, the Sunday training, to let us know that even if the actual training has ended, we are still going to continue to communicate because the tech world keeps changing and changing. This time around, it's AI. We don't know what is going to come up in the next part. Just 2 to 3 years back, it was Web3, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and like they are still there, but they are not actually trending like before anymore. So we are in the era of AI. We don't know what's going to come through next. So it's best to, keep in touch. Let's work together, let's get inspired together, and let's apply for jobs. Very important. Apply for jobs. When you want to apply for jobs, you don't need to be, for me, when I want to apply for jobs, the only thing that will prevent me from applying for jobs is if I don't want to, or if it's location specific. So, or basically if I don't want to, even if it's location specific, I can still just go ahead and apply. So I am not really concerned about, look at this job, senior product manager. Of course, I can apply for this role because for you to be a senior, for you to call yourself a senior in this field, you must have had over 8 to 9, 10 years of experience. Okay, now look at this. This is even more. I can apply for this 4 years plus. So anything outside that, nothing stops me except I don't. So what I just do is I just look at their responsibilities and I don't stress myself the other things. I just go through it, provided I'm not seeing, let's say, like look at the responsibilities now. Let's say how many responsibilities we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. At least if you can qualify for 3 out of these 8, you can apply. But of course, there's nothing really complex here. Build strong relationship and trust our client and trust with our client, and that's small thing. Partner with our client to understand their needs. That's another small thing. I think the only part is the qualification. So we don't have 4 years. Even I myself, I don't have 4 years in product management. I've been into software engineering and product design. So I just moved into product management 2 years ago. So I only have 2 years so far. But even with 2 years, I can still apply. So I'll just look through agile methodology, look at using experience, Figma, Sketch, understanding web technologies, technical. You see this web technology, technical concepts, and AI. We still need to like find a class to talk about this. Why? Because if you are working, your position in tech now is not in the technical, the engineering part. So we still need to like take sessions to put you, to put you in that position to like better understand how these engineers work. So we'll look at all the teams in a tech company, because this is definitely a tech company. We'll look at all the teams in a tech company. Then we check those teams. We need to understand what they do and how they do. And for the glory of God, I can actually put us through in the design team, the operations of the design team, the operations of the engineering team, and the operations of the DevOps. The marketing is not my skill set, so I'm not really very proficient in that part. I can only come up with ideas, so it's not my field. But every or any other field, we like this experience in using Figma and Sketch. These are all design. They're all design tools, and understanding web technologies is the engineering section. So they just want someone with understanding about it. So when you just see look at, you are naturally curious, even this alone should get you just apply. So when you apply and then you get to respond that you've been selected to then schedule an interview, then I will just look at what's the name of the company, then come back to LinkedIn, then look at the name of the company, then start reading the requirements to ensure that I fit into it. So that is when I will now start preparing myself. Because if I want to apply for jobs, I can go ahead and apply for 5 in a day. So if anyone works, I'll just come back and then start reading. Take my time to now study through everything. Then look at this is where I fit in. And okay, and then I know exactly what I have to do. So it's very, very important to apply. Once we have a standard portfolio, we are good to go. So you don't need to worry about whether you have the experience or not. But it's a very busy sector. And as much as the companies have been laying off their staffs, some companies are still bringing in applicants. This job is even still fresh. This is not my profile, but I'll apply for this person. The job is so fresh. I don't mind. Only 3 people have applied so far, but even though, because I think it's because it's the link is outside. So look at this link now. I will leave this link on my tab so that if peradventure they call me in, responsibility, product management, product ownership. There was something that I had one tech advisor then I was following. She said something that when you're applying for a job in tech, don't worry about all these things, provided okay, you are a product manager and you know the tools a product manager uses and you know how to use them very well, and you know your processing towards solving any problem that comes to you, you're fine. So just leave the rest. The rest is you build on the job, because at this point we are like eager and quick to we really need that job. So build, because you continue to build your skill. At least look at what is going on right here. We're in class right now. You are learning something. You're building up your skill. So while building up your skill, apply for any job, because you never know which one would actually work. And when it works, then you start learning the tools. You start learning anything and you build up on the job. So that's literally and that's the method I've been following. So do we have any question? Our next class should be I was supposed to meet yesterday. I had some emergency. So I think our next class is going to be on Sunday. We have a Jira session. And then after that, we have one more class for the portfolio. Then after that, I'm already talking to the developers that they'll build up the project work. So work is going on from my end. So for those that your team is not communicating, you can build up I've been receiving emails of the task submission, and I've been sending out comments. So for the teams that have completed that job, I will send the guide and templates on the next part of the job. So we are still going to have a session, the session I was talking about where I was talking about the design team and the engineering team. We're still going to have sessions like that so we can fully understand how these teams manage and build the products that we, the BA and the PM actually prepared for. Okay, so I think that will be all for tonight. So I will send the recording as soon as it is ready. I will also look into this VZ network, VZ issue. I think it's definitely from them, but I will confirm it. Okay, so thank you very much for tonight. Have an amazing night rest and see you on Sunday. I think someone is celebrating birthday today on the PM group. I don't know who that is.
The
Happy
facilitator.
birthday. That you said?
The facilitator.
Okay. Let me try. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birthday. We're supposed to have an hangout like that now, Abba, to celebrate birthday. I'm supposed to have
You
an
that when
hangout.
you are celebrating your birthday.
Don't worry, we are going to have an hangout. Maybe when we complete when we complete the project work, we'll have an hangout, maybe, or maybe even in like a session. I'll talk to Pastor. We have like a live session, like tech conference kind of thing like that. I'll talk to Pastor so we can like organize it towards the end of this year. So everybody will just meet. We've been on Zoom. Let's see our faces. Let's talk, share ideas, let's connect, let's network. Okay, I just thought about it now, so I would just have to like talk to Pastor about it. If of course he's going to like it, he would like it. It's an amazing idea. Okay, so thank you very much for tonight. Have a good evening. Oh
Thank you.
yeah, not everybody's in Lagos. We have to look into that. Don't worry, I will keep us posted because I just thought about it now. I have to find a way to run it. I have to find a way to run it because I'm not even in Lagos right now. So we have to find a way to run it. But I'll keep us posted. Keep us posted. All right. So I will send the recording as soon as it's ready. Thank you.
Not online hangout.